Having ADHD can be so wonderful for your writing in so many ways, but it can also make it difficult to be consistent and continually motivated, which can keep you from actually making progress on your project. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to spark and maintain motivation, which will enable you to make progress on your writing through 24 game-changing tips. How do you keep yourself motivated to keep writing even if you'd rather be doing something else? INCUP, you may have heard of it. It's an acronym that stands for I, interest, N, novelty, C, competition or challenge, U, urgency, and P, passion. So INCUP is basically an acronym to represent each thing that could possibly motivate people with ADHD. First letter is I, interest. So in order to keep your interest, which is a motivator for ADHD, don't force yourself to work on that one story that you're telling yourself you have to finish in time. Because I'm gonna say this a lot, but writing something is better than writing nothing at all. Even if you're not making progress on that project you think you should be working on right now, working on something is going to keep the momentum going, and that's going to serve you so much. Because once you stop and you stop being interested in what you're working on, that's going to be really hard to get back into. Next, if you absolutely need to work on this one story, if it isn't captivating you anymore, change it. You are the author. You have the power to change it. If you don't like a character, you think they're annoying or boring and it's just pushing you away, change it. Cut them out. If it's a filler scene and it's super boring, change it. Make it more exciting. Throw a dragon in there, you know? Just throw something random. I'm gonna talk about this again later, but think about what you would want in a book and write that. That is sure to keep your interest. So just keep that in mind. You are the author, you have the power, you're in charge of your interests. Something I like doing a lot when I'm feeling a little unmotivated, watching writing videos or writing vlogs to reignite my interest and give me the vibe, the aesthetic, like remind me of why I love it so much. Additionally, something I've been doing recently is this thing I like to call scene hopping. I used to force myself to write in chronological order for my book. It would be intro, catalyst, debate section, you know, all the way to the finale, stuff like that. And I wouldn't let myself write anything further along if I wasn't done with the beginning parts, basically. And I realized that was giving me writer's block because certain scenes I just wasn't as interested in as later scenes, or I didn't have any ideas for yet, and that would just make me feel icky. Try scene hopping, where one day you may be writing a scene from the introduction and then next day you could be writing something from the finale, you know? It doesn't matter. Just write whatever is coming to you, and at the end of the day it's still an increase in word count, so who cares? There's plenty of time to get to the other scenes. N, novelty. Buy a tiny thing or a big thing if you're feeling fancy. For example, I just got this new keyboard and it's so pretty and it's pink. I can't resist. It makes me want to write just so I can hear that sound. That novelty, oof, it gets me. Another thing you can do is buy new notebooks. Sometimes I want to brainstorm new ideas for my stories just so I can fill up that notebook. You can also buy new pens, maybe blue light glasses. I don't know, maybe you feel cooler wearing blue light glasses. Maybe a whiteboard so you can try a new outlining technique or jot down your ideas, and it's like a new way of doing that, which leads me into my second point, new techniques. The examples for new techniques are absolutely endless. Do the post-it outlining thing. You can find so many videos here on YouTube of people writing down scenes on post-its and putting them up on the wall, and it's like color-coded and like all of these different things. It's a new way for like the visual stimuli to sort of get into your brain. That makes sense. And I can totally see someone with ADHD like myself getting super into that in the late hours of the night and just grabbing all the post-its you can imagine. And that also goes into trying a new type of outline, like Save the Cat or the 3-act story structure. Trying new techniques, because maybe something will unlock something you never knew about. Maybe it'll up your writing game so much. That idea motivates me so much. Doing something simple and easy, but it's the missing piece. Try writing sprints. Try voice typing. That has been a super interesting one for me, and it is in fact one of those things that was super easy but leveled up my writing game a lot. Try listening to music while you write. Try writing in a different location, like a cafe or something. Write super early or super late. These can also be a form of challenge because you're gonna see if you can keep up with it. It's really fun. It's a new environment and it gives entirely new vibes. It's like you're experiencing writing in a new way, and I think that's why Novelty works. That leads me into C, challenge and competition. I set writing challenges for myself all the time. So you remember how I mentioned writing sprints before? Well, you can also use that for competition and challenge. Maybe go against someone else, see how many words each of you can write in a given amount of time, or compete against yourself. NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is huge in the writing community. The idea is to write a novel in a month. On average, you set a word count of like 50,000 words. Basically challenge yourself. There are like little graphs every day to show how much you wrote. You track your word count progress, see if you can reach that goal and win NaNoWriMo. Create a writing challenge for yourself. And bonus tip, hold yourself accountable with the help of someone else. Maybe a writing buddy or making videos about it for social media. That's something that's been really helpful for me. Also, try and reach a challenging number of words per day. Rewrite a paragraph over and over again until you feel like it's the best representation of your writing. It's the best you could possibly do. I don't know why, but that one seems appealing to me. This next one might make you feel bad or it might make you really motivated depending on your personality. Maybe look at what you deem as a more successful author. Now, I don't necessarily believe these examples I'm going to give equate success, but some examples may be that this person has more followers on their author platforms for social media. Maybe they have more book sales. Maybe they have higher book ratings. And focus on improving, whatever that means to you, because it's super subjective. Ideas for urgency. So it would be super helpful if you had a publisher or an agent setting a deadline for you, but a lot of us don't have that. So try setting deadlines for yourself. And I hear that a lot, but I'm like, how? I won't have anyone to actually enforce that for me. So my solution for that is having someone hold you accountable by maybe having them take away something from you or rewarding you with something if you do or don't reach that deadline in time. Kind of like if you're a kid. That could be maybe like with your partner, if they're your accountability person, having them maybe like make you do the chores or something if you don't meet your deadline in time. Or maybe they let you make them. Maybe they agree to binge watch your favorite show with them that they find annoying if you reach your deadline in time. Again, accountability will be super important. Social media is always something you can turn to. And lastly, P, passion. Passion is at the heart of your love for writing. It's just a matter of reawakening it. Again, look to others for inspiration. Masterclass videos, YouTube videos, TikTok videos, taking a writing course, looking at images for inspiration, like on Pinterest, curating a playlist for your book. Come up with new ideas of what you would want to see in a book. Think of the most exciting book of all time that you wish existed and write it. Remind yourself of why you wanted to write in the first place. For example, for me, I love watching writing day in the lives of full-time authors because it reminds me of my dream job, my dream life, and what I'm working towards. Bonus tip, reward systems also seem to be huge for people with ADHD. So for me, hitting a certain word count is often the reward, but maybe that doesn't work for you. So try something like, I've heard this so many times, so I'm sorry if this is annoying, but try something like snacks, because that gives us that sense of instant gratification, which is really helpful. So that's all I got for you today. I really, really hope this helps. You got this. In the comments, if you have any additional tips for writers with ADHD on how to maintain their motivation or attention, drop them down below and we can help each other out. Bye, thanks for joining me.